Good morning, Soil Family. Let me see if I have a chat this morning. I do. Good morning, Lynette. What's poppin' popcorn? I am SC Pam. Make sure I'm unmuted. Ruth in Georgia Backyard Garden. She said, I am here, Soil Sister. Lost one earbud in the car. Can't hear. Guess I'll have to read transcript. Ruth, no worries. No worries. But we know life is happening. Uh Triple threat fire. Sharice. Good morning, Soil Sister. Good morning, Soil Family. Time Moss Farm. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for me. Trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody. But whew, it's Monday, y'all. We made it through another fabulous weekend. Cassandra, South Fulton Garden. Great video. I'm so proud of you. Great video. Audrey, she living her best life out there, y'all. Audrey is living her best life. They be in these YouTube streets like, where is Audrey Willis? She is now Audrey's living life. What's up, Soil Sister? I hope your move was great and everything is going good. Look, I've been talking about this dude the last few days. He heard me. Lion Crest. I'm like, babe, please text Lion Crest. Make sure, just say hi. That's our Soil brother. I miss Thursdays. Oh my God, I miss seeing you live on Thursdays. I miss the videos, but we understand. Life happens and you got to do what you got to do. Long as we see you pop in somewhere every now and then and say, what's up, Soil Family? We know you good. So I hope life is treating you well, Lion Crest, but we definitely miss you in these YouTube streets. We need our professor. So y'all, it's Monday. I don't know the date. I never know the date, but I know the day is Monday. I'll be confused by the end of the day and can't figure out what the day is, but I know the day is Monday morning. We have a guest coming on in a little while. Yeah, Cassandra. I mean, we knew you had a whole garden, but yeah, you got a full thing going on back there. It's beautiful. Keep sharing it. You know, Bobby saw those pineapples. He was like, look at those pineapples in South Fulton. So you're doing your thing. Keep it up. F.R. Humphrey, what's up, Soil Sister? F.R. Humphrey, did you hear me talking about the tree you sent me? The sorrel seeds that I thought was just gonna be a little something something. But yeah, that thing is a huge tree. So Lion Crest said, life has been teaching. The professor had to refill the cup. We understand. We understand. Long as you are okay, life happens. Life happens. It's good when it happens when you're young because most people learn when they're young. But when you get older and life is happening and beating you down, it's kind of rough then. So hopefully it's not treating you too bad. And we pray that Tiffany is doing well and Mom. I don't know what's up with Mom Cooking Channel, but yeah, we know how life is. Latanya Lewis, what's up, Soil Family? Yes, that thing is a huge tree. It's crazy. Oh, okay. Good morning, Steph. What's up, Steph? Our beautiful Soil Sister. Mary Ellen, Sunflower Girl. Good morning, Soil Sister. Lacia's Journey. Lacia's Journey. All I can say is protect yourself. Look, I locked my door this morning. Protect yourself. That's all I can say. I'm sorry things happened last night, this morning, but definitely watch your back. Stay ready. Stay ready. Because mental illness is real and you never know what somebody's intentions are. So we pray that everything stay calm from now on. But I hope they take care of that situation you went through this morning. But definitely stay on the lookout. Look, tote that thing 24/7 because it's real out here. Keep the cup full, share the overflow. That's right, F.R. Humphrey. We ain't worried about the professor. You know he coming back. And when he come back, he coming back strong. Dana Springs, good morning. Listening at work, 5B. Ooh, wee. Y'all getting them cool mornings coming up soon. 5B. Al Smoking. What's up, Soil Brother? God's Gift of Gardening. Good morning. Let's see. Mary Ellen said, did you say orange oil for ants? Just making sure. Yes. And let me go back because this guy, Lioncrest, talked about treating ants with orange oil. He got a video on it. So definitely go check out Lioncrest because let me tell you, he taking a little intermission right now, but he got some knowledge over there. He did drop a video a while back about treating ants with orange oil. So you might want to check that out. Pretty good. Pretty smart kid there. We absolutely love him. B Bundy. Morning, Soil Family. Happy Monday. It's been a while, but I'm here today enjoying the chat. Hope all is well with everyone. We appreciate you coming in. All is great. Good day, everyone. Coming in for Ice Cube Herb Tea Drink. I saw that. I gotta check that video out. Good morning, Spring Meadow. How you doing, Soil Sister? You know we got your back, Glaciers. We here praying for you. Just be careful. I have been growing those pineapples for about 2 years. They died back a little during the winter and bounced back quickly. Yes, that's the thing. They bounce back real good, but you can induce them with apples. So if you cut up an apple, put it in there, put a bag over it, you might get some fruit soon. But it take a while for them to ripen. So you should be getting fruit soon though. Mar, good morning. How you doing? Great, thanks. Yeah, check out Lion Crest. As soon as I get a moderator in here, I might ask them to drop Lion Crest link in the chat. Or Lion Crest, if you here, if you can type Soil Family one word so they can come check you out. We gotta, let them know we miss them so we can get them back out here in this thing. So Psalms 146. Good morning, Soil Sister. I'll hang out here a few minutes, but I want to get back outside, get a few seeds in the ground. Yeah, you want to do that before it get too hot, because you down south with a real heat at. So yes, ma'am. Soon. Rain this morning. 80-degree days, 60-degree nights this week. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I think we get 80-degree nights during the days, high 90s, 100. So yeah, enjoy that. Those nights are like the other night. I told my husband, I said I'm gonna go light a candle and sit on the porch. And then I was like, no, I'm not. I'm going to bed. The mosquitoes. Whew. So excited about butterfly pea blooms. So I use my butterfly pea. I just boil it and drink it just like that. I should make lemonade. Food by Faith did that. I'm gonna talk to her about that today. I think. David Corey, what's up, Soil Brother? My mom used apples to get pineapples. Yep, that's what you do. I love y'all from. Oh, I keep getting all these alerts and I keep looking at it. I am in a community garden. Gain with courage, go and love. Keep growing, keep growing. That's what you want to do. You want to grow those groceries. Keep you out the store. S&MJ Garden. What's up, sis? I hope you are getting ready and chillaxing. Just chill. No worries today, right? No worries. Good morning, Soil Family in chat. Good morning, Odom. Mayfield Ranch. Good morning, Soil Family. All right, Melissa. I have ants all over my squash plants. Is that a bad thing? The plants still look healthy. So I'm sure eventually they'll start eating into the plants, but I would spray them suckers with some neem oil or something, but I don't know if neem oil will work. I mean, on the plants, I would figure out something. But definitely check out Lioncrest video, or if somebody can help. We don't grow squash, but I'm sure the ants will start eating into your plant, and you don't want that. My thing is, look, if I need to spray these suckers or treat them with something, I got to do what I got to do because I'm growing for us to eat. My family, friends, neighbors to eat. I ain't growing to feed these bugs. So, yeah. Do what you gotta do. I will definitely get them off there though. Been reading up on bunnies. It's hot here, so worried about that. So it's hot here. I mean, we have 105-degree days. Our bunnies do great. They do great. Let me turn this off. Our bunnies do great. You know, we have a fan out there, but they have tons of ventilation. The entire cage is open. The back, the front, the bottom, the top. So it's ventilation throughout the whole thing. They do good. New Zealand's do good in heat. That's the important part. You have to get a rabbit that is heat tolerant. They do good in the heat. And these New Zealanders are doing their thing. So check up on um the breed of rabbit that you plan to get or that you're looking at because breed is important. So we have New Zealand's because they are great for meat and pet. Some people buy our rabbits just for pets. Some people buy them, for meat. So we definitely wanted to make sure they could tolerate this heat because this heat here is real. SC Gardner, good morning, Soil Family. Just Dorsha Peekaboo. Good morning, my Sharia Moore in chat. I was singing that in my head. I almost sung it, but I'm going to leave that for you to do. I'm going to leave that for you. Good morning, Dorsha. Let's see. Fallen Sky Homestead. Good afternoon, brother and sister. I hope you guys are good. Driving right now, but listening. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Our bad this year been treating whole yard, but still. The ants, yeah. I mean, the bugs are bad. I mean, they eating my corn, and the corn ain't but this tall, barely sticking out the pot, and they just devouring the leaves. I dropped some more seeds just because, So, where is your store for bunnies? So we just email us. We don't have we don't have them listed online or anything for sale, but you can email us. So right now, hey, Gamed Up Kennels, good morning. Um, right now we are taking a break from breeding our bunnies because it's so hot, and with the heat, it's dangerous for the babies and the mom, and we don't want to jeopardize any of their life. But when it cool off, we can go back to breeding, and we still have a process then with breeding because we don't want to just dog them out. We want them to live a good life, but not just having babies 24/7. So we breed them like every 8 weeks or so. But just email us about bunnies, and I will talk to you through that. Mary, grow with me. Good morning, Soil Family. So, what did y'all do this weekend? We was in them YouTube streets yesterday. Everybody was. What's up, internet cousin with the little watermelon? I mean, what? Not little watermelon. You know that cousin, broke farmer. We dropped more watermelon seeds, so it ain't over yet. It ain't over, but this is my second year gardening, and the struggle is real. My peach tree had little maggots near the pits. Ugh. We planted last fall. Do you have any suggestions? We just started growing peaches a few months ago. Um, we got peach trees. I want to say maybe April or something. So I don't know much about peach trees, but oh my God, the bugs are experiencing food shortages too. Exactly. Look, I'm not sure. I'm pretty new at gardening too, but I know it's somebody in the chat that can help you. I'm sure it is. But I say combat them suckers at by any means necessary. Melissa, you got the biggest watermelon so far, right? Yeah, y'all don't forget to hit that thumbs up for us. Yes, it was busy in these YouTube streets yesterday. Man, it was busy. Ooh, we ended up feeding all the peaches to the chickens. I know they were happy, but we just put our peach trees in the ground, and I want to say in April. It was warm, but yeah. This weekend I practically filmed a video, and I partially filmed a video, but I need to do another part and edit. Spent yesterday with my church. Yes, Leave my song to you for me. Yes, ma'am. Good morning, North Carolina gardener. So I did start my fall seeds, broccoli. I started two variety of broccoli. I started some, hey, hoodstead, homestead in the hood. I started onion, kohlrabi, because I am so anxious to see what that kohlrabi is like. What else did I start? I dropped more watermelon seeds. I dropped some melon seeds. These I got from GT Junior, the Christmas melons, the Santa Claus melons. I'm gonna drop those seeds. Um, I plant more tomatoes, like more dragon tongue, because I need more beans. Like my husband getting a whole lot of yard long beans, and I'm just freezing them and getting ready when we can't produce any. I want to have enough to get through the entire winter, but I'm still dropping seeds because I'm like, hey, if the bed ain't producing, it need to go. The potato bed look pitiful. I told my husband, man, just pull that up because if we ain't getting no food out of it. It need to go. It need to be productive. I like pretty, even though pretty isn't always, the thing, but I like pretty and productive. So if it's not productive, it gotta go. I got in some dirt and dropped beets. Oh my goodness, beets. Hey, Gina. Good morning from Maryland. Welcome in, Soil Sister. So, if you are new here, I don't know about those beats, Dorsha. You can type in Soil Family, one word. Nightbot will drop your link. Or you can type in joke, and Nightbot will drop a corny dad joke. So, what else did we do this weekend? Much of nothing. Stop talking about pretty and productive. That's Dorsha, pretty and productive. Um, it was so busy yesterday. I don't think I did anything. We had a premiere from Dorsha, just Dorsha, our Peekaboo Soil Sister 72 up here. She did a premiere of her trip to Canada, which was beautiful. Oh my God, you did great with that. I got them from you. I know. You can have all the beats you want from over here because I don't want beats. Um, Sunday Backyard Farmer had a premiere yesterday. Broke Farmer went live yesterday. Just Dorsha went live yesterday. Whew, boy, we was busy in these streets. What's up, neighbor? Digging for help? Digging for help. You driving me crazy with this watermelon. My sister-in-law was like, yeah, it's things I have never heard of. Watermelon jam, watermelon ice cream. The ice cream look good. I should have came out there and tasted, but you doing your thing with the watermelon. Like, I just dropped more watermelon seeds because I said we can get another harvest at the rate the heat go here. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you for those videos. The peach tree may be dealing with Japanese beetles. I had to deal with it. I think it's the third year cycle, but it can be fixed. This is like my first. We doing good digging for health. I hope you are doing great. This is my first year really gardening like a lot. But I usually the first time I ever tried anything, it was mainly dragon fruit, which is pretty simple. So I'm learning a whole lot, trying to get it together and not be so afraid of the bugs. And they drive me crazy. Like the bugs drive me crazy. And then to know that this year is worse. Oh my God. They drive me absolutely crazy. But we did get some, I got them right here. We got some, these things. Dorsha, they work. Oh my God. I cleaned my entire porch off the other day in the middle of the day and didn't get bit by one thing. These are citronella incense. Oh my God. I only lit one. Amazing. I'm gonna need those to go on sale quick. I'm loving all this watermelon. I'm not tired of it yet. Me neither. I need to drop my watermelon candy video. I need to talk to my husband about that. Sunday was quite busy yesterday in those YouTube streets. Yeah, it was a busy day. Try to support everybody, but we did good. I think we all did good. Thinking for help. My husband isn't sick of watermelon yet either. Yeah, that part. So y'all, I now have Nightbot dropping our Soil Family website. So make sure you go over to the Soil Family website, which is listed here, and the link is there, and sign up for emails because we can really get busy with this Soil Family Expo 2023. So you can stay. I mean, of course, we'll make announcements here too on YouTube, but we want you to be able to get the emails and know what's going on and stay up to date on everything. You know what I'm saying? In my Dorsha voice. Hey, Brampton Gardner. Oh, yes, share the watermelon candy video. Yeah, I like it. I'm just gonna make it crunchy or hard. I made it a little chewy this time just to see, but next time I'm gonna make it hard. But I'll share that video. It's cantaloupe for me. Yes, Melissa got cantaloupe pouring out her ears. Goodness, so many cantaloupe. What are y'all, 60 something now? Maybe 80 something by now, but whew, boy, I love the fact that, good morning, Andale. How you doing, Soil Sister? I love the fact, and I keep talking about S and MJ's garden because they are doing great, like tomato, cucumber, pepper, watermelon, eggplant, you name it, cantaloupe, they got it. And they doing great with it to the point where they grow enough for the whole family. And I don't mean just the family inside their house. Her parents, my other brothers can come harvest what they want, and to see the videos with my family out there, my mom out there in the garden harvesting food, it's amazing. So that's what gardening is about. Growing as much as you can and you know, help your family, help your friends. Whew. I should plant more watermelon. Mine didn't get that big. They were the size of oranges. Yeah, plant some more. You know, you especially if you're in a warmer climate, I will plant some more. So I think I think I will go for it. I want more watermelon. Nightbot. Oh, Nightbot was tripping yesterday. But yeah, we turned off um we turned off everything on Nightbot because Nightbot is just time people out, and it's kind of frustrating because I like people using emojis, and especially when we celebrating or whatever, all caps. Nightbot will time you out quick. So yeah, it's just setting them up right. That's the tricky part of Nightbot. You got to be set up right. I harvested another melon yesterday, not as sweet as the rest. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I dropped a whole bunch of seeds in all different variety this time. A yellow flesh, I think the yellow petite. I think I put down some sugar babies, that Mississippi watermelon, the lion crest. So yeah, I dropped a whole bunch of seeds. I ain't try. My husband said, "So what did you put where?" I said, "I don't know. I just dropped them. I don't know. We're gonna get some watermelon." And I did something a little different. I dropped melon seeds with them. He got melon growing on a trellis too. But I said, let me just put some seeds out here just to see what it'll do. I'm gonna let it just go wild. Well, we're gonna trim it back this time and try to keep it under control a little better. But yeah, we want the best tasting. That's what we want. Melissa, holla at your girl. She wants some watermelon. I can guarantee you. Smash that thumbs up, Soil Family. Most definitely. Thank you, Digging for Help. So, good morning, Food by Faith. There are 42 thumbs up, but 57 in the chat. Soil Family, hit the thumbs up. Country Hustle 101. Good morning, Soil Family. God bless you too. Let me see. Anyone, let's see. We do have some Ohio people here. Ayana. Shaker Heights, Ohio, Zone 6. I'm sure somebody close by. I'm sure. So y'all drop y'all grow zone in the chat. That and the thing about when you come to Black's Tropical, we don't mind you two are growing. We appreciate you. And did y'all see that big old rat over there? And there, it's a what is it? A neutered rat? It's a rat. It's a rat. It's called a neutered something. It's a rat, y'all. That sucker is huge. It's like the size of my dogs, and they weigh 100 pounds. Starduster, soil sister. Man, I saw that thing. I was like, what the? Jesus Christ. But yeah, y'all share y'all grow zone because a neuter get the shotgun for that. Man, that thing would have had to go. Sunday Backyard Farmer, what's up, soil brother? My grow zone is down the road from Black's Tropical. I know, right? It's crazy. Can you grow tropical fruit out there? So this person is grow zone 8A. This is our guest today. Yeah, it was crazy big. I'd have blew that sucker back in the pond or something. But y'all, let's say good morning to our beautiful guest. This woman, let me tell y'all, I don't even know where to start with this lady. Cause she do her thing. Talk about from the garden to the table. Food by faith. Our awesome soil sister. Hey! I'm gonna give her, let's see, can we hear you? Food by Faith got us all muted. So, y'all, this is our beautiful, amazing co host guest for the day. I'm going to let her run this show because we want to hear about. No, not yet. Take your time. Don't worry. No worries. Take your time. So, if you all have not subscribed to Food by Faith, you definitely got to check her out. She, I mean, she do it all. She a chef. She a gardener. She's a business owner. She's a wife. She's a mother. Amazing. Hello, hey, Rosemarie. Can't stay, but on Mondays from 9 to 11, my daughter and I hit the jump. Yes, hit the jump from Chicago. Hit the jump. New to your channel, came over from Lead Farmer. I am 7B. Ah, good morning. Thank you for coming over. Yeah, so y'all can connect with each other, and sometimes that'll help when you know that somebody is near you on the same growth zone. Sometimes it can help, but at least y'all get the gist of it. And sometimes some people may be from there and can help each other out. So definitely look out for each other, help each other. Let's give Food by Faith a second while she work on that. But this is the great thing about these platforms in our community. We have issues, and it's just like, oh, it's all right, it'll work out. It'll work out. It'll be okay. We'll get it together. So we don't just freak out. I mean, we do freak out on this end, but when we in the chat, it's just like, hey, things happen. Let's see. She got the biggest smile,
Can
but
you
no sound.
can you hear me?
I can hear you now. And I'm so goofy. I was like, it could have been my TV because I ain't even got it up.
No, it's so I'm on my phone and using my computer.
Okay, so turn your phone landscape way, and then you'll get yeah. It might not be on rotate.
Oh, gee whiz.
So it's
Wait.
okay, but just yeah, that's how you get a full picture when you go landscape. Turn it just like when you filming, and you'll cut out the black parts on the side. So yeah, I will check out Food by Faith. Yes, she is our amazing soil sister. She did come to the. There you go. She was at the Soil Family Expo, and y'all, I'm gonna let Food by Faith tell y'all who and what Food by Faith is about. So y'all talk to Food by Faith. Ask questions. I'll make sure I star them if we skip them. But yeah, Food by Faith. Check her out. And they'll drop her link in the chat for y'all. So, Miss Food by Fate, what you got going on this morning, busy lady?
Listen, girl, y'all know that my yard reno. So I just ran in the house. Um, as y'all see, she enjoys my garden just as much as I do, and so does the neighborhood rabbits. And I was getting a portion of my fence redone. I asked the guy to do was any leftover like post or anything from doing my pulling my old fence down to please put up like a quick little garden run out and do this morning was get the gate portion for it. But we're working it out. We're coming into the fall season. I know for some of us it doesn't feel like it
It's
because
breaking up.
yeah.
Let's see. Food. They say you breaking up.
So Sherry, can you send me the link on email and maybe I can just use
Okay, let me try that.
it instead of my phone.
Okay. Okay. So let me
Okay.
drop you down and give you a second.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's try this another way. But so what I was gonna ask is Meatless Monday. Yeah, it's been so hot. Good morning, my Renaissance grandma. It's Meatless Monday. Are we what are we doing? Um so I'm gonna send it a different way. Are we doing Meatless Monday today? So I am. The sound is breaking up. Okay. What I'm doing for Meatless Monday is a smoothie. This is just fruit. Look, I gotta figure out how to get in the studio. This is just fruit, mango, pineapple, and some papaya. Good morning, Robin. Um, Flaxseed, chia seed, all those seeds. Flaxseed, chia seed, hemp seed, moringa, and what else did I put in here? Sea moss. That's it. Hmm. Let me see. And that is my meatless Monday breakfast for the day. Hopefully, I won't be like who did T Nog said forgot to oh sea moss gel. Yes, so I make my own sea moss gel every so many. I can hear you clearly for meatless Monday. I'm going to do mushroom pizza, egg white, and toast for breakfast. Okay, let's see. She beat me to it. Oh no, that's me. All right, y'all, give me a second. My bad. Let me see. Let me send this thing off, and then I can be finished. Paste. All right. Can you hear me now? Sound is back. No sound. All right. So what I was saying was, I don't eat mushroom. I don't eat eggs. So I guess it would just be toast for me. But during a week when my husband not home, I don't eat breakfast anyway. So just a smoothie for me, which is just loaded with vegetables, I mean fruit and herbs. And I'm pretty good. And I'll drink this and I won't even be hungry until 2 or 3 o'clock or something when I finally think about I need to eat. I used to be able to do two things at one time. You're doing great. My husband always say I can't multitask. I be trying though. Let's see. You're doing great. My husband always say I can't multitask. I be trying. All right, so you got something open. You got another tab open on your computer. You got sound.
Yep. Can you hear
Yep,
me?
yep. We can hear you now, and much better, right, y'all?
Okay.
All right. So go ahead. You were talking about your fence.
Yeah, so and good morning everybody that I may have missed in the chat. Um just getting the he put up a little quick fence for me, and so I was running out this morning to get the gate portion of that. So got that all, and I'll work on that whenever we get off the live this morning. Just, we're all doing the garden cleanups to kind of get things ready for the fall, but there are quite a few of us in the garden community that can still grow some spring and summer items all the way up. Because Sherry, when is your first frost? Mine is not till November the 26th.
Um, I'm not sure, but last year it was like late December.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling my brother-in-law. He came through yesterday. We had a little garden party to kind of commence the end of the summer for the kids going back to school. And he picked up some seeds and he was worried. I'm like, you're in South Carolina. Your first frost won't be until December. You can
Yeah,
still grow cucumbers and things like that and get a good harvest.
yeah. Stardust says she on vacation. Beer and wine is my breakfast. So it's funny that she say that because we are going on vacation Saturday. I mean, no, not Saturday. We leaving Thursday, and that's one thing that I pack: alcohol. We usually just sit on the balcony and have a drink and whatever. But yeah, it's not breakfast. But I've learned to do vacation different because I used to we would go grocery shopping. So it was like, when am I on vacation? I'm
Yes.
cooking, cleaning. I mean, and I'm up at 6 something. My husband knocked out, and I'm cooking, cleaning, and doing things. And I'm like, this is not how you vacation. Let
Exactly,
me,
Sherry. It's like we don't get the vacation, everyone else gets the vacation.
yeah,
And that's what I
yeah.
told my husband. Our youngest child is a senior this year. And he says, well, when she graduates, we're going on vacation. I said, well, we're going on a real vacation. I don't want a place that has a kitchen. I
No,
don't want to, because I want to be on vacation as well.
too. Yes, yes. I'm like, we can jump this hotel room up. I don't want to walk past a stove. I don't want to see. Give me a little refrigerator, and I'm happy. I will
Yep.
eat Burger King, Wendy's, whatever. I don't want to see a kitchen.
I
So
and I don't want to be the one that's cooking in it. I don't want to be fixing anything. None of that.
yeah,
No, no,
see, like
no.
Doja said, vacationing from all household, and I'm still like, good morning, love notes. I'm still doing. I said I gotta stop. So when we leave here Thursday, that's it. I'm straight vacation.
So Stardust says it's too hot for fall garden where she is. Well, what I've been doing, Starduster, is I've been dropping fall seeds, but I have been putting them not into my garden, but into the little cups and containers and putting
Mm,
them in a shaded portion of my garden. So even though it's warm, it's shaded and they're not getting full sun all day.
yeah. So that's what I did. I dropped seeds. I keep them back away out the sun.
Yeah.
But my biggest fear is I can't keep them alive to get to some cooler weather.
Yeah. And that's certain ones. I had that happen last year where certain ones died off. But what I had to do this year, and I learned some little tricks from, if anybody watches the Humble Servants Homestead, they're out in Washington, Georgia. And they always have little tricks to get you started for your fall garden early. And their farm is like wide open. but they do have a few shaded areas. And I also had to cover the some of my brassicas that I was starting, because of course we still have summer bugs
Yeah.
and they want to eat all the leaves off of them. So even
Yeah.
the tiny brand new leaves, they want to eat them. So you have to make sure you keep those covered. I did put some carrots. I dropped some carrot seeds into my raised bed, but I covered it with a brown paper bag. And I've
Mm,
just been wetting the brown paper bag.
okay. So I need to think about that. I told my husband those potatoes need to go. I said it's not growing. The bed is not just. We'll start over next year, but something else need to go in that bed. So
Yeah, when you have an area where something is not growing, especially growing the way that you would want it to grow, it's time to pull it up. I mean, I'm this evening I'm going out there. I have cherry tomatoes. They're kind of spent. They're not producing any good cherry tomatoes anymore. I'm
yeah,
pulling that whole section out. I have the regular white potatoes out there. They're going to flower. So I'm gonna empty out that grow bag, and it was a Dollar Tree grow bag, so it's going straight into the trash, because it's all busted up. But it's a few things out there that I'm moving out the way, and I'm dropping pumpkin seeds and different things like that.
yeah, that makes sense. So that's Stardust said the same thing. That's why she haven't started. But
Yeah.
I'm so anxious. Like we have onion seeds, and the onion's supposed to get up to 5 pounds. So I said I want to start them early because I want them to grow as big as they can, but I don't want to jump too fast, and then I can't keep these seedlings going throughout the rest of this heat because it was crazy last year. We may have had 3 weeks of cool weather, not even cold, just cool
Wow.
weather. So, and then
And
all
those
of a sudden
onions,
one
they
day,
really need that.
yeah, and all of a sudden one day it got like crazy cold for 2 days, kill up some stuff, and then it warmed up again. So it's tricky.
So what I'm gonna do, hey G Mama Grows, hey FR Humphrey, what I'm gonna do when it comes to the onions this year, um, really, yeah, broke them Dollar Tree grow bags. I didn't even move the bag, and it is already splitting. Like whatever, but I'm gonna lift it up and put it my into a different area because I want my soil out of there.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to onions, this year I'm going to order from Dixondale Farms.
Okay.
Um, so that I know that I get a good onion harvest. So I got a good onion harvest last year, but I'm iffy on what the weather is going to be this year. So I'm going to order the not the seeds, but the actual onion sets from them. And there's like a few different types of onions that I want to get. And
Mm.
for me, it's better to get the sets from them. And then I ordered Botanical Interest. We're letting you pre-order garlic. So I pre-ordered the garlic from them, and I'm everything where my sweet potatoes are right now. My sweet potatoes will be harvested at the end of this month. That's where I'm gonna put the onions and the garlic.
Okay. And I know somebody asked Broke yesterday about reusing the soil from their potatoes, and I'm like, what? I need to listen to this because I
I
reuse
reuse
all my soil.
all soil. All soil gets reused.
I reuse everything. Sweet potatoes came out. I just went and played with the soil some, picked some of the big roots out, and put some rabbit poop out there and put my tomatoes in the ground.
Yep.
I said, am I not supposed to do that? And when he said, oh, I reuse my soil, I was like, oh, goodness. I was like, I might have messed up, but I don't look. I'm upset when I see my husband wasting soil in the yard. I'm like, babe, why you didn't do that over the pot? Like, save the
That's
soil.
right. Shake that over something else.
So,
Andell was asking where am I going to order the onions from? It's called Dixon Dale Farms. Dixon Dale Farms is where I'm going to place that order for those onions.
okay. And you said your
And but
garlic come from
go ahead.
you order your garlic from somewhere else.
Botanical interest. So I use a lot of botanical interest seeds, and they were allowing you to pre-order the garlic. So I went ahead and pre-ordered garlic from them, and then I'm gonna get some crocus bulbs. You know, the ones that have the saffron.
Mm,
I'm gonna get those from Baker Creek.
okay. So let's see what Robin said. This will be my first fall garden. What is a good plant? What is good to plant in fall garden? I say brassicas now that I know that word, but broccoli definitely. So I'm gonna let you talk about that because you have been gone. Let's go back and talk about who Food by Faith is, so that we'll know who and why we talking about something such as fall gardening because it is important and we want
Hmm.
everybody to grow. So who
And
is Food by
so,
Faith?
so good morning, everybody, and thank you, Sherry, for this opportunity. So, guys, Food by Faith. I am. It started out as my business name. I ended up having to change the business name to Maisel Custom Baskets and Bowls so that I could have it trademarked. But Food by Faith will always be my garden name because for me, I grow by faith. And to be able to be blessed to do so much work with my hands and to see that we can put a small seed in the ground and you can feed your family off of that one seed. And I enjoy it. I'm a military veteran. I'm a mother of three that I birthed and then three step kids. Me and my husband, we move all over the place, but right now we are settled here in Georgia, zone 8A, and I love to grow. I mean, I am one of the few people in my family that enjoy gardening. My mother, she's a flower gardener, wherein I do food. I get seeds from everywhere. It doesn't matter where. But when it comes to garden bulbs and different things like that, I really need a trusted source because just like I researched one of those Facebook stores the other day, and they look so great on Facebook. It's a place called Holland Bulbs. They look so great on Facebook, but then when you go and you do the research on them, they're sending you spoiled bulbs. They're sending you moldy bulbs. And so I have to pay attention. And so I make sure that I'm getting my items from a reputable source. I'm not against anybody who does seedlings. Hey, go get your starts. If you're not good with growing from seed, get your starts. And just like our Georgia Suburban Homestead, they're talking about fall gardening. There's so much that can be planted in your fall garden. But just like Sherry said, the first thing that we think of when we think fall gardening are those brassicas. And what I do is I show you how to take what you grow in your garden all the way down to how you're going to cook it, how you're going to preserve it. Because sometimes we grow things in our garden and then we're like, what do I do with this? Just like, let me show you guys something.
And I wanted to show y'all this is Food by Faith. What is
Oh,
that?
that's my cookbook.
What is that?
So this is a Georgia candy roaster squash.
What does that taste like? Because we don't even grow squash because off top, we don't like squash. I have never tasted that thing.
Sherry, neither have I.
What?
This is my first year growing it, and what intrigued me about it is was the fact that from the different research that I did, because of course we all know that Lioncrest Outdoors is growing the same things. The different research I did, it showed that everything that you could do with a sweet potato, you could do with this squash because the inside is like a pumpkin, like a sweet potato, and it gives off that flavor.
Mm,
And so I had this growing on a trellis. That thing took that trellis down. Between this and the wind, it bent the trellis all the way back.
it's so
And
heavy.
so, I mean, it's a beast. And so what I did was now I cut the plant back and I let it grow wild on one side of my garden. And it is now producing more. Thank you, Lioncrest. It's now producing more. But these are the things that you can grow in your summer and your fall garden.
Mhm.
And if you are looking to put up food, I keep this in a cabinet in my kitchen because it's dark and cool down there. It can last for 5 to 6 months
Wow.
before you do anything to it. And
Wow.
that's the same thing for pumpkins. And just like you say, you and Bobby don't like squash. Ooh, I cannot stand squash. But growing this and patty pan squash and zucchini, those varieties are more dry. I think yellow squash is like mush. And I don't like the flavor. I don't like the way it looks. Yeah. Lion Crest, I'm letting mine is gonna stay until November. And then I'm gonna prepare some pies with it.
Okay. And they'll say, "Oh my gosh, is it really lion crest?"
Yes, girl, we miss you, Lion Crest.
So that's good. Maybe I should, and that's the thing with this community. We encourage each other to try something different, try something new. I did try, and I keep hearing, try okra raw, straight out of the garden, not cooked or anything. And it's a huge difference, blah, blah, this. I tried it. I thought I was going to puke in the yard. I gave it to the
Sure,
chicken.
I can't do it. I have an okra plant right now that I got the seeds from Lion Crest. I grow it strictly for my sister.
I tried, I bit it, and it took me a long time. I was like, let me do it while my husband around front and not standing here staring at me or filming me. I bit it and I was like, oh, okay, it don't taste bad. But then it got slimy. I was like, ugh. I gave it to the chicken. So when he came in the house, I said, okra is not for me. He said,
Uh-uh.
I saw it. I saw it in the chicken coop. Yeah, they can have it. But at least, I mean, I want to try squash. It won't go to waste. We got chickens, we got pigs.
Hmm.
So I definitely need to try it. But and the good thing about your channel is we see you harvest these things and cook them.
And Sherry, another thing, Fifi's journey just gave me an idea. She's talking about her butternut squash. So what I'm growing this year is a honey nut squash, and it is supposed to be a sweeter version of the butternut. And I like butternut squash roasted because again, it does not taste like yellow squash.
Mhm.
But what I will tell you guys is even if you guys don't eat the candy roaster, even if you don't eat the pumpkin, it can supplement the feed for your pigs. And
Yes.
that way, yep, it can supplement for like I cook up pumpkin and I add it to my dog food. My dogs love it. I don't add anything else to it. It's not seasoned, it's not anything. I just take the pumpkin, roast it, mush it up, and I mean, you can't tell them that they're not getting the best meal in the world. They love it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to
They
try. I'm
push
gonna drop
all
some.
their dry dog food over just to get to the pumpkin. But to cut back on cost, if
Mhm.
anybody is looking to cut back on cost, squash, pumpkin, just like I'm gonna pull my patty pan squash today because I have about 20 of them that I have stored. And I have some that I dried to add to soup and stews as well. So I'm ready to pull that and put something else there. But yeah, these things can supplement the different feed.
Yeah. Yeah. And I knew that. I thought about pumpkins. I told my husband we should be growing pumpkin because them pigs, they real pigs, and they
Yeah.
ain't doing nothing but getting bigger. So they don't eat a whole lot. Like we have a lot of things to offer them. They ate all of the sweet potato leaves, and now when he trimmed the banana plants back, you give them that. But they're a little bougie. They real picky about what they eat. They not like typical pigs that eat anything. So we definitely keep in mind, cutting costs by growing a lot of what we feed our animals and ourselves.
And the fact is, like, I heard someone say in the chat that chickens will eat anything. They may, but nowadays people don't feed their chickens anything because
Yeah.
again, you're eating the either the meat from that bird or you're eating the eggs from that bird, and you don't want to be consuming anything. So just be mindful. Yeah, Starduster and our Georgia homestead, There's so many different things that you can do with the delicata. There's so many things that you can do with the butternut, the honey roaster squash. I mean, you can cook it savory or you can cook it sweet or you can make a soup. So it is something that is so interchangeable that I have to have it out there in my garden. And I dropped the seeds the other day.
Good.
Spoon and Sunshine Homestead. I don't have any yellow patty pan, but I have a mixed patty pan seeds. So you'll either get yellow, white, or like a striped green. So if you would like those seeds, send me an email and I can email you some. I mean, I can mail you some.
Okay. But we don't feed like we talk about how our pigs have no smell, and it's probably because well we do two things. We don't feed them anything. They have
Mhm.
pretty much a clean diet. They do eat hog meal, but other than that, they just eat fruit and vegetables, and they are getting huge. But
Yeah.
we do deep bed and mulch too out there. You know, they use the bathroom in one place, so we just keep piling it up with pine needles and no smell. But we keep in mind we want the best meat to put in our body, so we won't put anything in them. And the same thing with our chickens, we don't just give them anything.
Yeah. And like Love Note said, they love the different vegetables, you
Yeah.
know. So it's always good to feed them vegetables. When we were living in Italy, a lot of Americans were shocked to see that the chicken that the chickens that you buy in the grocery store were yellow, and that's because over there they didn't really eat corn, like corn on the cob, like we eat here in the South. They actually grew corn to feed it to their chickens.
Mm,
That wasn't something that they ate. And so that's why their chickens were more yellow because that's what they ate. They ate corn.
mm. We grew corn last year. Only the chickens ate it. It was not successful. But this year, I'm determined to get one ear that we can eat. So I dropped two different kinds. I dropped the true corn and strawberry corn just to see. But the bugs are having a ball.
And that's I mean, uh, our Georgia Suburban Homestead said in Vietnam, corn is pig food. Yeah, in Europe, corn, they don't really eat it as like, I mean, we love corn. And when the
Yeah.
first time I went to try to find corn on the cob, I was like, these folks don't eat corn on the cob. But they don't. You go to their fresh markets, they don't sell corn. Their corn is grown strictly for their animals. It's not for them to eat. So
Wow. That's amazing. So what else you got
Al
going on?
Smoking said they've never liked okra. Neither do me and Sherry. Mm-mm.
No, no. But hold up. Let's talk about. I got something I want to talk about. Let's see. We got plenty of corn, but most of them had worms. Yeah. So my sister in law was fussing that her corn had worms. She was like, "Oh, that's it." She said her daddy was like, "Ain't nothing wrong with that corn, girl." She said, "You can have it." So let's talk about what is that. So y'all know we did a mail call a few weeks ago. Food by Faith sent us tons of jam, and I'm sure y'all would love to hear about all the jams Food by Faith can make. But this is one she sent us, and we were like, what's that? So well, I'm not afraid of them. I mean, the onion jam, I'm gonna have to fry a rabbit or some pork chop or something with that. But I'm looking forward to trying them. So let's talk about the other side of Food by Faith.
So
Y'all
the
can order
other
this.
side, outside of the gardening and the YouTube, I do run a business. So I have an online store called mazelcustombaskets.com. And I do a lot of different things here in my local area in Georgia. I do a lot of vendor events, and that's where I sell a lot of my different jams. Green onion jam, regular onion jam, but the prosecco jam. So whenever we were overseas, you know, when you're in Europe, wine is the thing. You can go to a restaurant and it costs you more to get a soda than it does to get a carafe of wine at your table.
What?
Yes. You could get a carafe of wine for $2.50, and that soda gonna cost you $3.50. You're like, what? And so, you can go to the winery and get a classic bottle or of Prosecco or of Garganega, and all of that is like €2. And to us, €2 is about $3.
Mhm.
Um, and so we would go into the different winery stores and they would have all these jams and jellies that they made from the wine. And so when I started making jams and jellies here, and I was like, well, let me try it. Prosecco jam is amazing. It is literally what it is. It is a jam made from Prosecco wine, and it is good for ice cream. It is good for your toast. It is amazing for your pound cake. You melt it and pour it over the top of a pound cake, and you get a hint of the Prosecco, but then you also get the sweetness. And I love it. You guys know Sherry always tells you about my vanilla, because we don't want to be in these streets giving our family members beaver butt. So
Hey,
we're just
beaver
not
butt ain't gonna
going
make
to
it
do
around here.
that. We're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use fresh homemade vanilla. Not only do I sell vanilla, but I sell vanilla starter. So that if you want to get your vanilla started at home, I already have it. It's been going for at least 3 months. It has the pods in it. It is a bigger bottle so that once you have used almost all of it, till you get about 1/4 left, then you're going to replenish it with more vodka. I also have vanilla sugar. And then you guys know that I sell the baked goods on my website as well. And we ship to all 50 states. So
Mm, mm, mm,
I
mm.
enjoy it. I love it. It's my thing. A lot of people, they always say, you get on YouTube and you show people, just like Just Dorsha. We show people how to cook different things. That's just like watching TV.
Yep,
Just
that's all
because
I
we
want.
show people how to do it, it doesn't mean that they're actually going to do it. Sometimes they enjoy watching it. And
Yep.
so I'm showing everybody what I'm putting in your products that you're getting. Van popping and seed dropping, yes, beaver butt. It you gotta research it.
That beaver butt put Bobby on a strict diet. A
Yes.
strict diet. Now, anytime my husband refused to eat sweets, beaver butt had him gone. He said, I took one bite. All I could think about was beaver butt. Got that vanilla from you, he was just like a kid in the candy store again. Smooth sailing. So yeah, you gotta be careful with that beaver butt.
You
Oh
do,
yeah.
you do.
I was
And
gonna raid her cabinet. She lucky because
thank
this was
you.
a winner from a giveaway a couple weeks ago, and she was emailed me. She was like, "Oh my god, vanilla sugar!" I'm like, "What? I didn't know about that part." But yeah,
Yes.
so thank you
And
for blessing us with that.
our Georgia Suburban Homestead was asking me about the health department. So
Mhm.
with me, I have two different business licenses. I have a what is called a cottage food license, and then I have a regular business license. So with the cottage food license, the Department of Agriculture, they inspect my home kitchen, and then they give me a list of things that I can that not grow, but a list of things that I can prepare from home and sell to the public. And so that's how I'm able to do that. And whenever I am, yeah, love notes. To make vanilla, it's vanilla beans and it's vodka. And you have to make sure you age it. It needs to be aged. You cannot just put it together and then use it. Some of mine, I have starters from 3 years ago, and I work off of those, and I keep a stock because the vanilla that I sell to people has been aged a minimum of 1 year to 2 years. But the vanilla starter, I don't sell it until that has been aged for 3 months. And then I give you instructions how to go from there and continue to age it.
Yeah, so, and there's some good vanilla. I've been using it for months. You don't need a whole lot. I think I have a double strength or something,
Yep.
And
because I do
don't
not like the big manufacturers. They do add a little water to theirs. I don't
mm,
add any water. It's straight stock of. I mean, I jam pack those Madagascar vanilla beans into my jar, and then I fill it with that. And I use high quality vodka.
yeah. So I see somebody mention peanut brittle.
Oh, yes, G Mama Grows. I got that peanut brittle, that almond brittle, that macadamia nut. Let me tell you, that thing have you chewing up your fingers. I love
Yo,
it.
it
And it
disappeared
was
when it hit my
something
house.
that I started just for me and my husband. I was making it strictly for me and him, rolling around in the bed like fat pigs, eating it, watching movies. And he said, well, Shock, I think you should add this to your other items. And I was like, oh, no, people aren't going to want to purchase anything. And so we did a test run with our coworkers. I ended up selling 120 pounds 120 ounce in 2 days. Y'all should have saw me because I'm old school, wooden spoon, copper pot, and I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, and I've had people purchase it from me locally. And one lady, she was like, I think I can make this myself. And I was like, girl, go for it. I'm all for you doing it. And she said, do
Yeah,
you have any any special instructions? I said, just keep stirring. Because you
keep
have to
stirring.
stir for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 20 minutes so that that sugar and those nuts do not burn.
Mm, well, it's good. I still got a pack. No, I still got an empty pack in there, but it's good. It's good. I remember when we found out about the macadamia nut brittle. We everybody went crazy. So there's her store. Y'all support a sister because and her prices are great. Sometimes you say, "Oh man, that's a little expensive." Her prices are great. So y'all check her out. I got some peanut brittle at the SoilFamily Expo, and it was so good.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Our suburban homestead, I'm in Columbia County.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Let's see. The cakes. Look, food by faith. She was talking trash to me about baking. This woman had me baking socket to me cakes for about 3 months straight every week. Me and my husband were eating those cakes so fast. I mean, oh my goodness.
Listen, I be in this house coming up with ideas for Sherry. And the reason being is because I know that she's going to bake the cake.
I'm
I
gonna make
know that my sister is going to bake that cake. I told my husband, I said, I have got to put another cake recipe up because her and Bobby got to stop eating the socket to me cake. I need them to eat a new cake.
and then remember I made the carrot cake. I text you
The
first.
carrot cake.
I said I am so afraid to make this carrot cake. I'm gonna butcher it. But I gotta make a carrot cake. Oh my god. I was like, just give me the ingredients. Let me just go for it and see. It turned out great. I was like, ooh, food by faith, probably like this woman is crazy.
I
But
love
yeah,
it. I love every minute of it. I didn't get a chance to film yesterday because my family was over, but I made a Kentucky butter cake. And I've done it before on YouTube. But my sisters were going back and forth because one, she was over here and she was whispering, look at her. She already put 2 slices, 3 or 4 slices in her to-go container. You just gonna keep letting her cut that cake. I said, y'all take the.
oh my goodness, those cakes are and now I'm playing with these cinnamon rolls.
Yes,
I
I
said, I
love
need to
it.
stop. I need to stop because I said, I ain't trying to be looking like a beach whale this week, but I was like, forget it. They going to get what they get at this point. So yesterday, I was on the phone with my sister and she was saying, you need to film it. And I was like, no, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I said, I'm going to roll these cinnamon rolls out and put it in a bundt. At first, I was going to put it in a regular pan. I said, I'm going to put it in a bundt pan. Put it in the pan. I put all of those apples inside the bundt pan and put some more cinnamon roll on top. After I baked it, I'm like, I'm so stupid. How am I gonna get it out of the pan? Because I got it's loaded with apples in the middle. I flipped it over and flipped it back over, and it's just sitting up like a bundt cake
Hmm.
full of apples. I said, I gotta stop. She was like, I told you you should have filmed it. I said, Even Bobby was like, "You ain't filming?" I said,
And
"No."
it's amazing, Sherry. Like the little, once you get started and you be like, oh, but what if I try this? And what if I try this? And let's see what happened if I try this. And that's how cooking comes about. I mean, that is how it comes about. Oh, yeah, van popping and seed dropping. You think a sakatumi cake is good? You got to try a honey bun cake. You got to try the Kentucky butter
Oh
cake.
my
And
goodness.
oh my gosh, I make a chocolate chip cookie. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my God. Don't look. We ain't gonna talk about the cookies because I taste a corner of a piece of a cookie. You sent us cookies, and Bobby was. I don't know if he was hiding them, and then I would hear him with the paper. Finally caught him with the last cookie. I was like, "Can I get a piece?" I got a corner. Delicious. The brownies. I mean, it's amazing. The sakatumi cake she did was very easy because all she
Yes,
did was alter a box cake. So when people say they can't bake, they can't cook, they can't, let me tell y'all, you can. It's an
yes, you
easy way
can.
to everything.
And that's why I always try to incorporate some semi homemade items on YouTube, because sometimes you just want to do something quick. And it's quick and easy to, you can get a box mix from the Dollar Tree. It's quick and easy. And then you just add a little extra flour, add a little extra eggs, and maybe some buttermilk or regular milk. And even if you don't have buttermilk, take your little regular milk, put a teaspoon of lemon juice in it. Now you have buttermilk. And if you want a quick dessert, you can do those things at home. I mean, I was making peach cobbler the other day. I made an apple pie. Now, I do sometimes make pie crust from scratch. Not everybody has that kind of time. So I don't always film those longer processes. But when, nowadays we're like trying to get what we're going to get, do what we're going to do, and move on. And so I like to film those items so that people know that there are a lot of things that you have right at home in your pantry that you can work with.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, she does ship. You ship all over the United States, right?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Yeah. So y'all order up. Trying to think, you do so much. I mean, cooking. So when all let's talk about the chef side of food by faith.
So that is the original me. So I I went into the military solely so that, I came from a small town in South Carolina, a place called Walterboro. And I wanted to get out of my hometown. So I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. 18 years old, fresh out of high school, I moved to Atlanta, and I moved there to go to culinary school. Well, when they told me how much culinary school cost, I was like, wait a minute. This is a bit much. And so I went into the military so that I could pay for culinary school, and went into the military. I did my first enlistment. I got out. Still, I was able to get a few jobs, but not what I was looking for. My kids were small, so I went back into the military. Got out again, and after I got out the second time, I finished my degree and did quite a few things. But the best part of my chef training was being able to travel abroad
Mm,
and take classes with Italian chefs. And I mean, I took classes with any Italian chef that would give me a class. And
mm,
there used to be one that I took quite a few classes with. They used to be chefs in Atlanta, and they were Italian. The wife was American, the husband was Italian. And they moved back to Italy, got a hillside garden, opened a bed and breakfast, and they taught classes. And I did quite a bit of training with them. And then a guy named Lucas Migliarelli, I did some training with him. And I learned so much. And that's where I learned about doing the teas, and, because they don't like to waste anything.
mhm.
If you go to like what we consider a buffet, they have instructions at their buffet. that's telling you, hey, only take a small amount of food because they don't like food waste.
Yeah.
And they teach you how to do everything. And amazingly, most people always ask me, well, were you a cook when you were in the military? Never. I was a medic. I was a supply. I went from being a 92 Yankee supply tech to being a medic. I mean, I've done services. I've done so many different things, but never was I a cook in the military. And I met my husband. We got married, and he's been a logistics man his entire career. I did 9 years. He did 27.
Ooh,
And yep. And so right now, I'm in Georgia. He's in Germany. He took a contracting job there. Me and my girls, the last two that's in the house with me, we packed up. We moved to Germany because you know me, I'm all about food. I
yeah.
only wanted to be there so I could learn how to cook like the Germans. Well, my girls didn't like it. And so we came on back to Georgia and we're hanging out here. But as soon as this senior graduates, I'll be traveling abroad again.
Time to go. That's right. Hey, you're doing what mothers do. You get those kids grown, and then it's like, hey, it's time for me to do me. So, smart move, smart move. So you make tea. We did
Yes, y'all
sample
know
your
that hibiscus tea is everything.
tea. Ooh,
And I came
yes.
upon that by chance. My daughter was asking me about a tea that she had, hey, Dirty Dozen, that she had somewhere. She went to some restaurant and she had this tea. And she was like, Ma, I know that you can make it. I know that you can make it. And so, of course, I have all the dried hibiscus flowers, roses, lavender, all that. And I just started working with those different dried flowers. And that's how it came about. And then I learned about the butterfly pea flower.
Mhm.
I got to show y'all this.
I love blue butterfly pea. They grow like crazy. Ooh,
And so
everything looks good.
that's my new thing. The butterfly pea flower. And you guys know that it will turn your product blue, but if you
Mhm.
add lemon juice or any type of citrus juice, then it turns it purple.
Yeah,
Um,
and you can.
but
I see where people use it in rice too. They cook
yeah,
their rice with the blue butterfly
it'll
pea.
make your rice blue. It'll make, the different things over time, it'll make it blue.
Mhm.
But that hibiscus tea, I actually have that on the website. I sell it in the sachet. So you get 3 sachets in your package. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I can just boil the blue butterfly, the flower, and
Yep.
drink it. No sugar, no anything. I
And
drink it
it's a
just like that.
refreshing flavor.
Yep.
And with that, if you can get so right now, Baker Creek is sold out, but they will, as soon as, put your name on the notified list. And as soon as they get more in, they'll notify you. But it's amazing because the more you pick the flowers, the more
The
they grow.
more they
And
grow.
it is meant for you to pick. So every morning, go out there and don't
Ooh,
just admire the plant. You actually pick the flowers and it'll grow more.
I'm bad at that. My husband keeps saying, "When you gonna pick these flowers?" I'm like, so I need to pick them, but the flowers are, it's in the bed. That's the only thing you see in my flower bed. My tea bed is the blue butterfly pea and the sorrel tree because I thought it was a plant. It's a huge tree, but it took over. But you can see the blue butterfly pea is intertwining and everything. I just let it go wild because I'm like, I was silly for planting this tree in here. But yeah, I need to harvest my flowers and just dehydrate them. I'm bad
Yeah,
about
and
that.
they're so pretty. And what I do is I actually, it is called Robin Murphy. It's called the what is it? The Thai double
Blue,
butterfly pea.
yeah, it's called a double blue butterfly pea.
Yeah, double blue butterfly pea. And you can find it on Baker Creek at rareseeds.com. But I actually don't dehydrate mine. I put them in a Mylar bag and hang them up to air dry.
Hmm. Okay.
And whenever I'm ready to use them, I just drop them into that water.
Yeah, yeah. Jamaican sorrel need a lot of space. Not a tree. It's a tree, and the base on it is like this big. It's huge. I was like, God, I put one seed in there. That sucker took off. So yeah,
And I didn't get to plant mine this year, but next season I'm clearing out a spot because
yeah,
I want some of that.
it need its whole spot. But
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna let
needs
my
its
blue
own spot.
butterflies. I'm gonna let a lot of my blue butterflies go to seed. So my Renaissance grandma, I love sending her things, knowing what she can do with it. The things she create. Look, I got my soap packed up for Miami, but
I need to get some soap from her.
ooh man, I put her Etsy shop on the. Bobby could not. Did you see him Friday? He spent about 30 minutes live smelling one soap after the other, but yeah, soap and her bug spray, amazing. But she did send some for the giveaway, my birthday and our 1 year celebration giveaway. So I'm gonna give away a couple bottles in September, but amazing,
Yeah.
amazing.
And F.R. Humphrey said that
Ooh.
her butterfly pea is just starting to bloom, but F.R. Humphrey, it is. I mean, it's just when I go out in that garden in the morning, you like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It is. It's so. Mine took a little while to get going, but now that it's going, I'm loving it, and I'm gonna let it go as long as it will. I'm hoping that I get some seed pods. I
Hmm.
saw a few starting to go to seed, so I'm gonna leave that side.
Yeah,
But it is just, it's
those
so
seeds are
pretty.
priceless right now. But yeah, mine has been. It's slow to start. At first, it's like, man, because my husband was like, we're gonna put some flowers in there. That thing ain't doing nothing. But once it gets started, it will take over. So
Yes. Yeah,
yeah,
so you
Bobby.
need to try to have it on a trellis or something like that because it got to take over spirit. It's
Yeah,
wherever it's at, it's going to take over that whole area.
yeah. F.R. Humphrey said, did you say bug spray? Yeah. So if you look on my community tab, or my sister, she might be driving. Um, my Renaissance grandma, she make this bug away. I know if I get too close, but it's called bug away. It's amazing. So she did send some for giveaways. So I will give this away in September. But yeah, her soaps, like she makes soap for men and women. You don't know which one to get. But I was reading the reviews and I was like, I need to get this Pamper Me because I see people talking about her Pamper Me. But yeah, amazing. Bobby did not want to give up on that soap. Oh, there you go. Lady V Collections. So that's my Renaissance
That's
grandma.
my Renaissance grandma. Okay.
Yeah. And she actually did a video a couple weeks ago showing us what we could do with our banana blossoms. The flower of the banana, she used it for a couple different things. So that's a great
Wow.
video. And I said I was gonna take one and process it, but I think I got other plans for it. So I may use one just to see if we like it, but I know she know what to do with them. So let's see. I want to say Etsy for blue butterfly pea. Yeah, but a lot of us are growing them. I know Tina, she was sending a lot of hers out, but it's just
Yeah.
waiting for them to go to seed, and because it's still warm, they just producing like crazy. So if you give them time, a lot of us will have seeds, and they are beautiful. I say grow 'em. XDMC, what's up, soil brother? XDMC is the creator of this beautiful logo up in the corner and our intro, outro. But yeah, trying to think. So, what you can tell us, what is your favorite thing to grow and cook?
Hmm. My favorite thing to grow, it would have to be, I don't know. I don't, but you, okay, I will say greens. Greens and cabbage. Those are my absolute favorite things to grow. It was the when I bought this house, when we bought this house 3 years ago, it was the first thing, first seeds I put into the ground. I had like this little wooden garden bed. I think it was like 4 feet long and 2 feet wide. And I set it in the middle of my yard and I put some Georgia collard seeds in there.
Mhm.
And we grew collards. And it was the first thing that I grew and I enjoyed it. And brassicas have always been the thing that I've been able to share every year.
Mhm.
And I enjoy being able to share from my garden. Like I gave my neighbor some cherry tomatoes, some onions, some cucumbers. She wanted some big tomatoes, but they did not produce for us this year at all. Like I
Yeah.
have one plant that has about 5 big tomatoes on it, and I'm gonna pull those. They're still green, but I'm gonna let them ripen off of the vine just to see if I can get a few more. But none of the others. But I think brassicas in fall gardening season is the best for me. Spring, I enjoy it because you can grow so many different things. But when we're coming into August, September, I love putting seeds in the ground this time of year.
Yeah. So I see Psalms asking, do you know when double strength vanilla will be back in stock?
Um, if I don't have any in stock on my store right now, I just need to go back in and put the numbers back in. It'll be back in stock by the end of the day. So by the time I get off the live here today, I'll have it back in stock because I do have it. I've already refilled some items. I just haven't gone on the website today.
Okay. Yeah, because Love Note says she ordered the starter. You ran out of the double strength vanilla.
Okay.
Yeah. So I love what really made me fall in love with fall gardening is when broccoli and cabbage are my favorite vegetables. Harvest that broccoli last year and steam it and fell in love. I said I can eat just broccoli all by itself. Even the stem, because I had cut some of the stem off. And I was like, it'll probably be hard. Oh my God. It was so tender and sweet. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I fell in love with fall
Yeah,
garden.
it'll amaze you what something tastes like coming from your backyard versus what, because our palates are so accustomed to what we've been getting out of the store, and that's why we're quick to say a vegetable we don't like.
Yeah,
And then when we, because there are some things we genuinely don't like, but then there are some things that we don't like, and then we taste them out of our own garden and we're like, wait a minute, is this what this is really supposed to taste like?
yep,
That flavor, because I love cauliflower and it just blows me away how it tastes coming out of my garden, and then I roast it. Oh man.
yeah. So that's that blew me away. I was like, ooh. I get one of my chickens that I harvest out of my yard and broccoli and potatoes that I got out of
Hmm.
my yard. I was like, ooh, boy, that's a meal. I mean, it's a whole lot healthier because you don't have all the craziness going on because it's your yard and you know
Yeah.
what's going on. But goodness, you can eat so much of it because it's so good. It's ridiculous, but yeah. And I do hear you can eat the leaves and most things, sweet potato, broccoli, which I haven't tried yet. But I even hear that you can eat the Jamaican hibiscus, the sorrel leaves.
But you know what? There are a lot of people that show you how to, especially what I've learned is, like, I always reference the Humble Servants Homestead.
Mhm.
And the reason being is they've been farming for a long time, but they are from it's kind of like they are the specialty, like we know that all things bananas, we can go to Bobby because he has researched just from working with them. He can tell you he can diagnose your plant and never have even seen it,
Yeah,
because he works with them so much. And that's what I'm learning from them when it comes to, so I constantly watch them when it comes to pumpkins and different things like that, because one, they are from Jamaica. And so they're not really wasteful. So him
Yeah,
and his wife, they kind of teach you how to do so many things with every piece and part of the different items.
yeah, and that's important, especially in this day and time. You don't want to
Yes.
just be wasteful, and we have grown to be so wasteful in the little, oh, I don't want that, just throw it away, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not a problem. But yeah, we need to rethink that and not become so wasteful. But days nowadays are teaching us that we need to rethink that, just getting rid
Yeah.
of it because it can be used.
And that's the same thing. You're right, Nikki. And another thing that me and Broke Farmer always talk about is like I started out when I started gardening, I used to have a compost bin. I been got rid of it. I gave it away to a new gardener. And what I do now is I just compost in place. It's just a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier. If I have a chance to make compost tea, I'll do that. But I will. I'll take my food scraps. I'll take my old plants. Just like today, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna pull up my bean plants, and everything except for my lima beans are gonna get pulled. And I'm gonna dig a hole and I'm gonna drop them in there. I'm gonna chop them up and I'm gonna drop them in there and I'm gonna cover them back up. Just
Okay.
use it to enrich the soil.
So for the new gardeners, that's what compost in place is.
Yeah.
Just feeding it back to the
You
soil
just
instead
feeding it
of.
back, you just feeding it back to the soil. And another thing that we have to learn as gardeners, bigger does not always mean better when it comes to vegetables. You let those cucumbers, those squash, those okra get oversized and they don't taste
Yeah, yeah,
good. So bigger is not always better. If my cucumbers get way too big out there, like I did have some that I pulled for seed, but my dogs, they really I cut them open and they love to chew on them.
mm,
They're just like a refreshing water to them. And so I'll give them to them. But other than that, now when it comes to cucumbers, you got to be mindful with composting in place if you don't want to get cucumbers there the next year.
okay. So they'll just regrow.
Yeah. Same
Okay,
thing for tomatoes. They'll regrow, but you can always pull them up the next season if you don't want them in that area.
okay. And I see Nikki saying compost in place. Dig a hole, dump your scraps, cover them over with soil. So my question is, nothing. You ever have problems with anything digging up your scraps?
No. And I think that has a lot to do with like you guys have a fence yard. I have a fence yard. So I don't really have anything, I don't have any trouble. And I've done it quite a few times where just like where y'all saw I was doing the flower bulbs at the back area of where I was planting those flower bulbs. I dug a hole and my vegetable scraps for the last 2 weeks. I dumped that bag of scraps in there, covered it up. Nothing comes through and dig it up. Only thing I
Okay.
have to be mindful of, and the same thing for you, is our dogs.
Yeah. Well, our dogs, they can't. They can only go to certain areas of the yard. They don't have
Yeah.
free range of the whole yard. People pull up. Even when Led Farmer come, he called. He said every day. He said I was gonna ring the doorbell, but then I didn't know where the dogs were. So
Yeah.
they cannot just roam the entire. If they in the front, they
Mm-hmm.
go to a certain space, but if they're in the back, they go to a certain space. We keep them away from the garden and the livestock just because they
Yeah.
dogs.
They're dogs. They're just plain and simple. Just like my little white Malshipoo, all she wants to do is dig. And
Yeah.
so that's why I have to put because she's 5 months old and we're
Mhm.
training her to stay away from the garden. Wherein my other dog, he'll walk all the way around the garden to go do whatever he needs to do. But
Yeah.
for her, she's like, well, why can't I? That's some really cool dirt over there and I can dig
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. And I say that with people say that their dogs or animals attack livestock. Well, you really can't be upset with them because it's their nature
it's their
to
nature.
to be dogs. So we keep in mind that my the our male Rottweiler, he is very protective over us. Very. Like he will eat people if you try him.
Yeah.
So but when it comes to the animals, like we have quail in here. And yesterday he stood at the quail cage for a long time watching the quail. And they were jumping up at him. And he was just standing there watching. Every now and then he would jump like it scared him. Now Nala, yeah, she'd have tried to snatch one of them through their cage. But I always keep in mind, that they are dogs and they just like kids, two totally different kids.
Yes.
Nala wants you to pat and play with her, and Thor, he is a dog. So, but we respect the fact that they are both dogs. We respect the livestock and we keep them separate so that they'll be
Hmm.
safe all the time. Yeah, very protective. Thor eat people. I always say that. Thor eat people, Nala eat animals. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to, before I had the two small dogs years ago, we had a boxer, and that's how she was. I mean, she was a very calm, collected dog. Do not come near my children. If you came near my children, then she was like, all right, you need to back up,
Yeah.
and it was all bets were off. She didn't, she would give you a little warning, like, these are my people. Don't bother them. And it was sad for us that when it was time for us to go overseas, we couldn't take her, because of the different temperatures when it came to flying and all of that. So we had to let her go to a retiree. And that's why we have small dogs now. Because I told my husband, if anything has ever happened, I need to be able to take the dogs too. I can't
Yeah.
do that process again where I have to give my dog to somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a toy poodle and I left her in Virginia with family because moving here, they get accustomed to people and
Yes.
certain things. And I was like, man, if I take her with me, she know me. But I'm taking her away from everybody and her familiar surroundings. So I
Mhm.
left her and she was getting older. So and she did great, but now we got these cows in here and they are whew, I say all the time, y'all so needy. They smart. I talk to them like people.
People.
They
Yep.
understand what you're saying, but I'm like, goodness, y'all, they a trip. They a trip, but they great companions. But
Hmm.
you definitely got to be strong when it comes to raising your pets because they can be worse than kids sometimes.
They can be worse than kids. I mean, my dogs, when they want to do something, they'll stare you down just like kids. I'm like, what you staring at me for? I don't want to do that right now. I'm busy,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm busy doing something else. You go over there, and they don't care. Like they walk in front of my feet. One walks in front of my feet, the other one walks behind my feet. I'm like, y'all know if I step, I'm gonna step on y'all, I'm gonna fall over. But wherever you are, that's where they want to be. They're like little humans. It's weird, but
yeah. Like Nala don't the female, she don't talk to me. Now she'll come, let me pet her, whatever, run around, play. She happy, she love me. But when her daddy here, she'll carry on a full blown conversation. I'm like, you ain't said nothing to me all day, and I fed you, I bathed you, nothing. But that boy, if I'm recording or if I'm standing with my back to him, it drive him crazy. He will bark and whine and talk and cry, but different personalities. Each
mhm.
dog is totally different, but they are hilarious. So let me think. I don't know. Did we skip anything?
We didn't skip anything. I think we covered everything. I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for having me, Sherry. Thank you for everybody who placed orders and any of you that are going to place orders. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the community. This
Yes.
garden community, guys, we like I have a best friend and she always say we all we got, and what she means is your community is all you have. So utilize your community, be a good portion of your community, but also utilize your community. If you're ever in need of anything, we all have our email addresses in our about page. If you have questions, ask us questions. When you come into we all ask questions, we all answer questions in the chat. Thank you, Jewel Oliver. We're here for each other. So I
Yes.
appreciate, I appreciate. And Dale says she's up to her elbows with tomatoes. Listen, you
I,
need to send some my way because I don't
I
know
ain't
what
lying.
happened with tomatoes this year.
I just plant more tomatoes because I'm like, I need some tomatoes. I'm so anxious to bake sauce. I'm like, goodness, I need tomatoes. But yeah, I mean, we definitely, this is the important part. I know some people say, I don't need. You need a community.
You
You
need a
need each
community.
other. We need each other. It's not that we need each other. A lot of the things we hear, we learn, we get it from each other. No one
Hmm.
person know it all. But when you put, what is it, 65 people and 62 people in the chat, when you put us all together, I mean, it's hundreds, thousands of us out here. When we pull together, we can
Yep.
conquer the world. So we definitely need each other. Community is important. Hey, when I can't find something, I hit Food by Faith up, and Dale, Miss Shirley, Just Dorsha. Somebody can help me, and vice versa. We should be able to reach out to each other. So it's a beautiful, beautiful community out here. We just got to support each other and have each other back. This is, yeah, how you can order from Food by Faith, YouTube. Yeah, so you can order here at Food by Faith, but definitely check out her channel, y'all. She a busy lady. She is a busy woman. Like I said, she a chef, gardener, mother, wife, you name it. She helping her church, she helping her community, she
Hmm.
helping her YouTube community. So we definitely need each other, and we appreciate you, your service, your family service, because it's not just you, it's your husband, your son.
Yep, my son, my daughter is she'll be heading out to basic training in about a month. So
Look at that. Look at that. So, it's great. And it's great to see positive people in our community that's doing their thing. And we need to uplift each other and shout each other out so that people will know, because I can guarantee you at least one person in this chat did not know about Food by Faith Garden to
mhm.
Table until now. So at least, yes. And she's the author of a cookbook. I was so happy to get this. We got this cookbook when we first started YouTube,
Yep.
almost a year ago. I was like, Food by Faith sent me, freaking out. But yeah, so y'all check out Food by Faith. Check out her Etsy. Is it Etsy? What's
No,
her?
I had to move away from Etsy.
Okay,
Um and because people were having trouble finding me on
yeah,
Etsy. And so I have my own regular website now.
okay. So yeah, y'all check her out. Good morning, Juicing with Jay and Ronnie Weaver.
Hey,
And
hey.
yeah, we appreciate you. So I can't. If anything you want to tell them, you are
I
here
just
for.
say, guys, remember, get up, get out, and grow something. And just continue to have faith in our food. We're here for you, just like you're here for me. And remember, in November, we will be having the Friendsgiving, just like we had last year, where we're going to be sharing seeds with any and everybody who's interested, doing different seed swapping and recipe swapping. So just continue to look out for that, guys. And I'm here for you. So I'm going to
I,
drop down into the chat, but I appreciate everybody and thank you all.
We appreciate you. I see Love Note saying she can't find your cookbook.
Okay, I'm going to send that info to you.
All right. Thank you, Food by Faith.
You're welcome.
Have a good day. All right, y'all. So that was great. Y'all met one of our soil sisters, Food by Faith. She is absolutely amazing. Banana Jam. Uh-oh. Don't start her F.R. Humphrey, because you know she will. She may already have some. I definitely learned a lot from this community. I don't know anything about YouTube until Sherry introduced me. Yes. What is Monkey Jam? Yeah, that was me too, Melissa. I said that I was so disrespectful about YouTube. I would come on, search whatever I'm looking for, and watch the video, and that was it. I never hit the thumbs up. I never subscribed. I never left a comment until 11 months ago when we started YouTube, and I found out, oh, this is a thing. Like I watched a couple of Lead Farmer lives, and I would just laugh and go on with the flow, but I wasn't interacting. And the whole time, most of you all were there. And I just wouldn't say anything because I did not know that this was a whole world. So I'm so grateful. Hey, always awesome, Angela. I am so grateful that God led us this direction to start a YouTube channel and meet each and every one of y'all. Of course, some of y'all are my family in real life, and I've been knowing, if not all, most of my life, but just to be able to expand our soil family and our knowledge and learn so much, I'm forever grateful for it. And we're going to use September, which is my birthday month, and our 1 year on YouTube anniversary to give back to our subscribers again. We're gonna have a big giveaway September 23rd. I already got it scheduled. Why? Because I'm just taking notes and making sure I have it all together. So y'all get ready. It's gonna be awesome. But with that being said, I need to go finish packing because I always leave something, but I'm determined not to leave. So y'all catch us on 95 headed to Miami. No idea about YouTube until recently. Still not sure about it as I have a bit of 80 working on my channel. Van popping and dropping seeds, it take time and patience. Like we just jumped into YouTube. I just one day I said, let's do a YouTube just so we can share some videos and whatever. We had no clue what we were doing. We were filming the wrong way. I mean, it was crazy, but I said, if we're gonna do this, let's take it serious and go to school. A whole lot of learning, a whole lot of learning. So learn, and like I tell people, if you're not comfortable in front of the camera, do shorts until you get comfortable. Talk a little bit. It's like you're talking to yourself, but just act like you're on the phone, and it's gonna be great. September 23rd, G Mama Grows. But definitely take your time and make sure you're ready for it because it's work. YouTube is some work, but shorts are easy. You can pretty much pop up with those real quick. But we love seeing our soil family sharing things. Or if not, go to Facebook, Black's Tropical Homestead. You can share videos and pictures over there. We love to see what y'all got growing on in y'all garden. And like I say, raise and grow your own groceries. I seem to forget to turn the camera off. Hey, I like the shorts. Start with the shorts. Check out S and MJ's garden. She do nothing but shorts, and she said never. I will never do YouTube. Now she posting shorts like crazy. So yeah, we are on Facebook too, and on our Facebook um group, you can share your pictures and videos over there. We love to see what y'all got going on. Some Dollar General stores have BOGO on lawn and garden items, please. Plus $5 off on Saturdays. Oh, that's good. And I know that. I'm a couponer. I know that. I just don't coupon, but every so many years, because once I start couponing, I go crazy. And then we end up with years worth of everything. So, but I knew that about Saturdays. Awesome live. We appreciate y'all. We will travel safe. We will we will go live Friday. We may do a live, I will pop up. When we out of town, we will pop up. But we will definitely go live on Friday in Miami. Have some fun with y'all. I think for me as I'm pretty fine. That's fine. Van Poppin, share some pictures with us over there. Tell us what you got going on. We love it. So I'll start sharing on your Facebook. Yes, I love for you to do the same. Yes, Andel, most definitely. So I'm gonna see y'all, Lydia, tonight. Best yet, best yet is tonight with Tasha. She grows, I think. I think. But we know we got Tuesday tomorrow with Andel. So I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets until the weekend. Yes, and I subscribe to. We appreciate you. Couponing can make you crazy. Yeah, it really can. But it saves so much money. I haven't bought toothpaste, soap, any of that stuff. And I'm going to get into some of the soap making and all that good stuff. I'm going to get into it all with y'all because, I mean, honestly, I backed away from the store so I don't have to depend on it so much. But I coupon to the point where I really don't have to depend on the store. So, yeah. Definitely going to try to create more shorts. Create those shorts. I'm telling you, shorts help. If you're trying to grow your channel or get somewhere in YouTube land, create shorts. They will get your footing and get you going. Shorts do help, but eventually you'll say, "Oh, let me do this little 2 or 3 minute video. Oh, let me do this." But you got a whole family here backing you. Let us know when you come in this chat. Drop Soil Family. When you go over to Andell's tomorrow, drop Hope so that we all know where we can find you at. So when you drop that first video or first short, we'll be there to support you. So, what's up, Belt Loop? I hope you are doing fine. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna end this so I can get some things straight. I will see y'all in these YouTube streets, and don't let nobody steal your joy. Peace.